Good morning, grade 1. We're going to have fun with our artwork today. We're going to create a lovely packet of flowers, and I'm going to use what we call recyclable materials. And these are things that you'll find that we would just throw away. These are little milk bottle lids. I've got some buttons that I'm going to use, and you can just use your imagination and walk around your house and think about what you could maybe use for your artwork. These are little pieces of wood that I had in my art box, and I'm going to use those for petals. And I've also got a little bit of paint here because I might decide to paint it. That's up to you. You'll need a thicker base than your thin white paper today. And this is just a piece of cardboard from an old cardboard box. I've just cut out the one piece. So that's going to be my strong base for my flowers. All right, so boys, I've got a little packet and I'm going to use that to put my flowers in. But if you want to create a little vase shape, you might even cut half a little plastic bottle to put your flowers in, or cut a piece of tin foil. If your mom's got tin foil in the kitchen, maybe you can cut a piece to make your vase. I'm going to create a packet, and I'm going to just fold the bottom of this little brown paper packet so that it comes in like this. And I'm going to just fold the tops down because that is where I'm going to put the stalks of my, so it'll look like that. And I'm going to then take my Pritt glue and I'm going to glue the back of this really, really, really well so that it sticks down. And then I'm going to put it onto my brown cardboard like that. And just push it hard, so that it is glued. So that's going to be the packet that I'm going to put my flowers into. And I'm going to have 2 flowers. I've got 2 straws. I've cut one a little bit shorter just so that they're different heights, so that makes it more interesting. And then I'm going to glue the one side of my straw quite well. And I've only got Pritt. You might find that your dads have got wood glue or something that might be a bit stronger. And then you're welcome to use that, or maybe even a bit of Bostik. And I'm going to glue my 2 stalks for my flowers and push them down. Right, boys, so now I've got my stalks of my flowers, and I'm going to now create the tops of the flowers. So I'm going to use a lid for the one flower, and I'm going to glue little buttons around that to create the petals. So I'm going to just put the glue down, put the little lid on there, and there we go. You can hopefully see it in the picture. Maybe if I move the camera over there, you'll be able to see it better. But you will see it upside down, and then I will turn them around when I'm finished. And here's the other lid, and I'm going to glue it and stick it down. And then, as you see here, my little buttons. So I'm going to put a button around each little flower. Okay, each little, this one lid. Okay, so I'm going to alternate. I've managed to find some different colored buttons. So I'm going to put those around. Those are my little petals. And then my one flower is finished. How easy is that? Okay, and then I'm going to take my pieces of wood and I'm going to put those around the other one to create like a little daisy. And that will be lovely and pretty. And I might not use all my pieces of wood. It's just what I can fit onto the cardboard. And then after that, I am going to try and hold it up for you so you can see my picture so far. In fact, I think I would rather take my camera while it's still drying and show you boys what the picture looks like so far. So that's what it looks like, and I'm now going to start painting it. So let me put the camera back, and I will now start using some paint. And I've got different colors, so I'm going to use yellow. Maybe paint those little wooden pieces yellow for my one flower. And if you've got a lovely black piece of cardboard, you might not need to paint your picture because it might just shine out really well. So this is only if you feel that it needs a little bit more contrast, and then you can paint it up. Okay, and then I might decide, so I've painted those lovely petals yellow, and then I might decide I'm going to paint my background this lovely turquoise blue. I'm going to leave the brown paper packet the color of the paper, because often when you buy lovely flowers, sometimes they even give it to you in a brown paper packet. So instead, I'm going to paint. And boys, remember, I'd actually have forgotten, but if you are going to paint at home, you must have an apron, and you must put some newspaper behind your picture so that you don't mess up the table or whatever it is you're working on. So as soon as I've finished this, I'm going to hold it up for you, and then you can see what our piece of artwork looks like, made from recyclable materials. Okay, so I'm painting the background, and by painting this brown cardboard, it will suddenly, my packet will stand out, because at the moment it's very much the same color as the cardboard, so there'll be a bit more what we call contrast. It will stand out. Okay, and then finishing on this side. And if you don't have any paint at home, or you could use your pastels or your crayons on your cardboard. So let's, you might have a nice piece of colored cardboard or black cardboard, and then you won't need to paint it. So you just see what you have got lying around. I don't want you to go out and buy anything. I just want you to sort of use your imagination or creativity and see what you can find. You might find things in the garden. And then I've also got little leaves here that I also picked. So if you wanted to, you could decide you're going to put, if you wanted to put a little leaf. These are little autumn leaves from the garden. As you know, it's autumn outside, and the leaves are falling off the trees as they dry out. So maybe I'll stick some of those leaves on, one leaf onto each of the stalks. I have to push it hard. Maybe I should have done it before I painted, but that's okay. And here's another leaf, and I'm going to stick that on my other plant, on my other stalk. And then I'm going to hold it up and show you. I don't want to, well, I'll hold up. I think I'll bring the camera around again, boys, because I don't want to pick it up while it's still wet. So there you go. Now you can see the lovely, lovely, lovely bunch of flowers, all made with recyclable materials. Hope you have fun, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye, grade 1.